అందులోకి వెళ్ళిపోద్ది లైవ్ స్టార్ట్ అయితే
చెప్పండి
ఫోన్ వెళ్ళిపోద్ది.
హలో చెప్పండి.
అడిగి
and the passion for bettering society made him join the TRS party, where he assisted the fight for a cause dear to him since school days, statehood for Telangana. As special representative of Telangana in New Delhi, he was instrumental in getting approvals and sanctions of several irrigation projects, power projects, 3,300 km of national highways, 250 km railway lines, AIMS Center, amongst many others. He developed political and management during his tenure as Government of India, Secretary to Chief Minister of Odisha, Secretary to Governor Odisha, Politburo member of TRS party and Special Representative of Telangana. A committed environmentalist with a motto of Save Mother Earth and a motivational speaker, he is passionate about development and use of clean renewable energy and green hydrogen. He is married to Rajahmundry Garu and blessed with 2 sons, Varun Raj, an investment banker, and Prithvi Raj, a serial startup entrepreneur. Both are IITians and IIMA graduates. See, I can go on and on, but I think not taking much of your time. Now it's time to welcome sir on the dais, on the mic, and I request Sri Rajahmundry Garu, please come over sir and address the gathering and enthral us with all your experiences throughout your career, sir. Please.
Namaste ONGC. Namaste. Good morning to all of you. Andariki namaskaram. Friends who are the dais and friends in the hall. Chairperson of this function, presiding for this function, Senior Asset Manager, Sri Jayakumar, Asset Manager, Sri Kusal Garu, Chairman of the SCST All India Association, Sadarana Garu, and my friend Narendra, all sectional heads, senior officials, youngsters from Kendriya Vidyalaya School, dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, press and media, if at all they are there. It's a special honor for me being a chief guest of a mega industrial organization called ONGC, which is, I was just reading the internet, 133 ranking in the Fortune 500 companies. It's a real privilege. And I was thank the management of ONGC, Rajahmundry Asset and others for choosing me to be the chief guest of this very important celebrations. I don't know what you call it, celebrations or commemoration of the Constitution of India. But I feel really, really proud to be amongst you. Let me try my best to since only 3 persons have spoken. Of course, both are advantage and also disadvantage, but it's chief guest to speak the last because most of them have been covered. It is all advantage because I can say that this is what they said and I will say this. So that no, my speech is made for 45 minutes. Let me try to do justice because our friend here, he has spoken so much about me. Something which I have said, saying that I'll try to do justice to whatever he has spoken about me. It's a God's blessings of my parents and elders and well-wishers like you. Whatever the opportunity came in my way, I try to do the best, right from my childhood days. Now you must have seen while reading my biodata, in those days they used to say, Mr. Kumar, saying that mathematics mein 100 आने से तो engineering बन जाओगे. There was no guide in those days. I'm talking of 71. क्या था engineering guide कर दिया? उसके बाद क्या करना? I was really confused. Because there is a company called Electronics Corporation of India Limited, like your PSU, not as big as you are, but one of the important corporations of Government of India. In those days, you just pass in engineering, electronics, and job is waiting for you. You can join. Very next day of examination, you can go and join. And I used to see, living in a hostel, because I come from a rural area, so living in a hostel, I used to see the buses going in the morning 6 o'clock and coming back in the evening 6. I said, yeah, this is not my life I would like to lead. जाके सुबह से शाम तक वहाँ बैठो, घर आओ, खाना बीबी की माँ जो पकाएगी, खाना खा के सो जाएंगे. This is not life I did. So somebody suggested, why don't you do MBA? I said, यार MBA वाले BCom वाले करते हैं कि BA वाले करते हैं, हम इंजीनियरिंग क्यों करेंगे? तो घमंड था कि MBA means no, उनके लिए हमारे लिए नहीं. Then he said, no, there are 3 IIMs, in those days only 3 were there, Ahmedabad, Bangalore and Calcutta, ABC. I didn't know how to take admission. I didn't know the process. I didn't know that there was IIM, but having somebody told me that no. Then I just don't know what is the very, you call it stupid or innocently, two postcards, I am Bangalore, I am Ahmedabad, that's all, I am Calcutta. But came reply from Ahmedabad saying that this is not a way to take admission, but there is a process. I did the process. And I didn't have money to pay the fees, so I applied only for 2, Bangalore, Ahmedabad and Calcutta. Bangalore I didn't apply. Those are the financial conditions of people like us. Today we are standing in front of you with so much of achievements and accolades which Pandeyji has spoken, but those were the conditions. And many of the people who I'm getting back to you is, what your and my lives which are here have been impacted by something called the Constitution of India, which impacted all our lives. Now what it does, like our friends have indicated, what it says, it's a legal document which tells us what Pandey has to do, what Ramachandra has to do, what Rajkumar has to do, what is Prasad has to do, what is Satyarana has to do. It indicates division of our work between judiciary, legislature and executives. How a Gram Panchayat should function. Now, you being a technical commercial organization, you can understand standard operating procedures. Right? SOPs. क्या प्रॉब्लम होने से क्या करना है, डॉक्टर को बोलेगा कि क्या बीमारी होने से क्या मेडिसिन देना है जैसा. This indicates. So what is relevant today is now when we are talking here, while I think one of the speakers said a living document. It is just a mere document, but we are infusing life into it. You, me and everybody. The judiciary, the politicians, the ministers, infusing life into that. That's why it's called a living document. We don't call anything else, even our scriptures. like Gita or Bible or Quran or Guru Granth, we don't call it a living document. This is as important, as a pious, as relevant as those scriptures. But it's a living document. It has got a relevance because they don't change. Gita doesn't change. What an Upadesh Lord Krishna has given to Arjuna, it remains the same, it doesn't change.
సార్ నమస్తే అండి, నా పేరు సురేష్ అండి, రాజమండ్రి.
But a constitution,
సార్ నేను వచ్చి 2 days అవుతుంది సార్. ఇంకా మధు గారు మీద కాన్ఫిడెన్స్, అంటే నాకు మిగిలిన మేనేజ్మెంట్ ఎవరు తెలియదు, మధు గారి నమ్మకంతో నేను ఇచ్చాను. అట్ ద సేమ్ టైం ఇప్పుడైతే ప్రజెంట్ ఉన్న సిచ్యువేషన్లో యాడ్స్ అంటే కొంచెం కష్టంగా ఉంటుంది. పంచాంగానికి అయితే 100% నేను ఇవ్వగలుగుతాను సార్. అసలు ఇది ఎటువంటి సందేహం లేదు, ఎందుకంటే నా వార్త నేను రిపోర్టర్ అనే విషయం కూడా తెలియదండి. లేదు సార్, ఖచ్చితంగా ప్రయత్నం చేస్తాను సార్. మధు గారితో కూడా చెప్పాను. జస్ట్ ఇప్పుడు కూడా ఓఎన్జీసీలో నేను ప్రెస్ మీట్లో ఉన్నాను సార్. నేను ఇంకేంటంటే మీ మీద ఉండే గౌరవంతో మధు గారు ఏమన్నారంటే సార్తో మాట్లాడాలని వచ్చాను బయటికి. ఎందుకంటే ఇప్పుడు ప్రెస్ మీట్ మనం కవర్ చేసాం అనుకోండి, మనకి ఏమైనా యాడ్ అడగడానికి అవకాశం ఉంటుంది కదండి. ఎస్ సార్, నేను ఓఎన్జీసీలో ఉన్నాను సార్.
When I'm talking to you on this constitution, while joining my service, we have taken oath on constitution. So,
yes sir,
our allegiance, my
పర్మిషన్ ఐ కెన్ గివ్ సార్. ఎందుకంటే ప్రెస్ మీట్ అవుతుంది, మనం ఇది విజువల్స్ పంపిస్తాను, మన వార్త అయిందనుకోండి, మనం వాళ్ళతో యాడ్ గురించి మనం మాట్లాడదాం సార్. బాగుంది.
Only for the constitution for you, me and
థ్యాంక్ యూ
140 odd
ఉంటాను. నమస్తే సార్,
crore population
నేను లీవ్ అవుతున్నాను.
this great country. I was just 2 days back, I came back from Bihar. During those king's times, this empire was expanded up to what? Even beyond Afghanistan. That was a great country and it was called Swarna Yuga, golden era, which was unfortunately plundered by each and everyone. Plundered by most of the European countries and brought to this stage. We were subjugated under several foreign rulers and came to such a stage, we started thinking ourselves whether really are useless persons or useful persons. But the stalwarts who fought for our independence for almost 40-50 years, not the last stage of independence, but no, 40-50 years ago, most of the places where tribals are revolted. The early part of the independence history, tribals are revolted. To bring back our self-respect, to get to the glory. So my dear friends, it is in you and my and all our hands. Today, strive very hard, work very hard, totally committed to the delineated work which is given to you and me, to each one of us. Maybe in a village to a farmer, to a town to a tahsildar or somebody, maybe the asset manager here, general manager or chief manager or your CMD. Each one of us has been given, it's a division of labor. There's nothing called somebody is doing great job, somebody is doing menial job. Yesterday night we spent almost 1 hour with your mandapet drillings. That is a great job. I told the gentleman, Arjun, I said, you guys, what are you doing? You are adding wealth to the nation. I know how many of you realize. Maybe you being the executives, top executives, you may feel that yes, we are really contributing. But if once you are a mechanic, once you are a driver, ask your name. We should inculcate in him or her that he is contributing to the wealth of the nation, of providing energy to the country. That is the thing which will infuse, because that's how our freedom fighters, till the last, they induced in us. See, in those days there was no communication like what you have today. Now what I am speaking, the gentleman who may be recording there, he can send immediately. Live he can send somewhere else. In those days there was no communication like this, but still the sandesh for fighting for self-rule has spread like wildfire. People like Gandhiji and somebody came on the stage. Now it is your and my responsibility to induce in our workers our brothers and sisters, our students, our youngsters, this spirit that we all must work. And for all these things, binding is the Constitution. Now, some of the things which our friends have spoken about, I'll delineate, that's what somebody advised me that no, please speak on the principles of the Constitution and how they are relevant to us and what is your and my responsibility to make them function. They are all spoken, 3 of them have spoken on those principles, but I'll just reiterate them. Now we all did now in the 3 languages, Telugu, Hindi and English. Preamble. Now preamble of the Constitution is like a preface to any book. It indicates what it contains. Very briefly. Now while Prasad Garu said this is a lengthiest document. One side we say it's a very lengthiest document in the whole world, Constitution. And in one paragraph of preamble, we say everything is spoken. Including Supreme Court, sir, when they are dealing with the few cases, they said, you cannot touch the basic structure of the Constitution. Now, surprisingly, there is nothing called basic structure indicated that word or sentence anywhere in the Constitution. In fact, before coming, I started reading few sections again. I said, well, maybe by chance somewhere must have mentioned, nowhere it is there. Called basic structure. Nobody differentiated, not even Supreme Court defined. But they interpret saying that, जो चीज ఏదైతే उपोद्घातंలో రాసి పెట్టారో जो चीज वो प्रियम्बल में लिखा गया है वो चेंज नहीं होना चाहिए. वो क्या चेंज नहीं होना चाहिए? अगेंस्ट जनरल स्टेटमेंट. बट ड्यूरिंग इमरजेंसी सर 42nd amendment we amended preamble. Now the question remains, somebody asked the judiciary, what happened then? Can we go back retrospective effect? Not to touch the basic structure of the Constitution? We added 2 words, socialist and secular, in the first line, first paragraph, and integrity in the fraternity structure. What should happen now? They are all confused, even today. But in fact, the socialism aspect is under scrutiny in the Supreme Court of Law. As of now, there is a case pending in Supreme Court. Somebody has filed a case saying that this has been added subsequently. Socialism has to be removed. So, see the challenges coming to the Constitution. But because of socialism, most of people must have got benefited like me. Right? But if that word goes, God knows what is going to happen. Maybe tomorrow, the Supreme Court judges, maybe since last they had 13 judges bench, maybe they may go to the 15th judge and say that yes, this word should be removed. That's all. Parliament can't do anything. That's what they did, tied their hands. But there is a responsibility on you and me. Whatever happens in Supreme Court or a Parliament, if we keep on accepting as ultimate, no sir. Yes, we have elected the representative central Parliament to make a laws and take care of us, fine. But if they don't make it a proper one, there is a responsibility on you and me and all of us. The people, nearly 85-90 crore people who voted in the general elections, to voice our concern. You may not, feel, some of us may feel that यार हम बोलने से क्या होगा, कुछ नहीं होगा. No, कुछ नहीं होगा नहीं. अगर सब ऐसे सोचेंगे तो कुछ नहीं होगा. अगर सब सोचेंगे, and if we air our views, there are social media, there are various media things are there, letters, postcards. Send your views. Being intellectuals, people like you, and through you I would like to reach at least thousands of people, and my young friends back in the schools. Children, if you feel something strongly, discuss with your teacher, discuss with your parents, and put in a postcard, or put it in a Facebook or a Twitter or LinkedIn, whatever it is you have. I think most some of you are on those social medias. Don't keep quiet when something is unjustified or illegal, irregular thing is happening, even to you individually, not collectively. Put it back, put it down the table. And unless we keep on voicing our concerns and views, that's what the Constitution has given us. Authority to raise our voice. I know how many of you are aware of that. If anything you want to voice, and we write one just postcard, I know. How many of you have used in the last 15, 20 years any postcard? Any hands? Postcard. Have you used? Oh, I'm really great. I really feel happy. Write to Chief Justice of Supreme Court of India,
Such a pandit.
and case is taken.
Such a pandit.
Successive CJIs are having assuring the people. अगर कोई किसी को because we say that Supreme Court जाना है तो इतना पैसा चाहिए.
నేను లైవ్లో ఉన్నాను సార్.
Yes.
ఇందాక నేను నిన్న మీకు
इतना चाहिए.
రేటివ్స్
But पैसा नहीं रहने से अभी there are people
444
भगवान के पास पहुंचने के लिए क्या चाहिए?
थैंक यू.
रोहित नहीं चाहिए, somebody नहीं चाहिए. But still आप यहाँ बैठ के जब बात करेंगे वो respond करता है. जैसे ही Chief Justice India says that one postcard is sufficient for me, I will issue a case. They were promised, that's what Mr. Chandrasud said. Now, President Chief Justice has not indicated, I'm not aware whether he has said that. That is the thing. This power we draw from where? Constitution of India. So it's not a simple document. Maybe your SOP you may not read also. ठीक है यार सब पढ़े पता है, मैं पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है. But my dear friends, I urge upon you, and particularly youngsters who are sitting in the back, please pick up a book called Constitution of India, maybe in English, maybe in Hindi, maybe in Telugu, Malayalam, Tamil, whatever language you can. And please, whenever you get time, read one article per day. There are 448 articles. Today with amendments when it came, earlier there were 395 or 396 were there, they are now. Read per one per day, and 1 year you would have covered the whole Constitution. After reading one round, just see yourself how energetic you will feel, how confident you will feel, how intellectual you will feel. Please read once. And preamble को तो बार-बार पढ़िए. एक बार ही नहीं, not only on 26th of November or 26th of January, but बार-बार पढ़िए. ये बुक अगर आप कार में जो भी चल रहे हैं, मेरा अनुरोध है आप सबसे, मैं अंदर की ना मनवी, kindly pick up one book and leave it in the car. If you are driving yourself, obviously you can't read it, but if you are a driver, whenever he is driving, please just read one paragraph somewhere else. It will give you a lot of energy. It will give you a lot of energy. Not only when you read the Bible or Quran or Gita, we get Swami Vivekananda or Gautam Buddha, we will get energized, but also read a Constitution of India and get energized. Keep one book. I think it costs around 50 or 200 rupees. Not much. And if I can make a request to management, you can distribute to all your employees, sir. I will be really grateful. One copy, do not cost much. Now, what are these the basic principles which we have read? Again, I repeat. Look at the Constitution, which starts preamble. We, the people of India. You don't find these words, and these words in a capital letters. These words in capital letters. Have you seen any other book, including scriptures, where any line starts with the first letter of any sentence or a noun starts with a capital, but not the whole sentence? We, the people of India. See the emphasis. हम लोग ने, हम खुद मिलके सब बना रहे हैं. It's not a small thing. Look at the wisdom of those 390 or 400 Constituent Assembly members. They didn't say that Indians say that no, we the people of India, the people, not people. The emphasis is there. Having solemnly resolved to constitute into a sovereign, earlier it was not there, socialistic and secular democratic republic था, ऐड किया गया है. आपके पास कॉपी है किसी के पास? आप पढ़े हैं इसको कभी? अगर पढ़े हैं, tell me what is the things there. There is no comma. Have you noticed this? There is no comma. You don't find any language, one word to second word, there are nouns without doing comma or something like that. Here doesn't say, it says sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. It's not one word but in one breath. That means the framers of constitution, including great man called Baba Sahib Ambedkar ji, they put it in one breath. Meaning thereby, without sovereignty, there is no meaning of socialism or secularism or democracy or republic. Without socialism, there is no meaning of socialism, sovereignty. Meaning thereby. I would like you to kindly read and think what could be the reason making them to make as continuity of one word. If at all you get it, nowadays they are available on your website. You can also read the debate in the Constituent Assembly on a particular day. Go into that, how much they debated and deliberated. Now, so these basic principles called sovereignty, socialism, security, democracy and republic. Then for what? Now, the next 4 words come, they deliberated, I think, almost a couple of days. Which should come first? Somebody suggested liberty. Somebody said, no, unless there is a justice, there liberty has no meaning. Somebody said, unless liberty is there, justice को क्या करेंगे? हमको liberty अगर नहीं है, जेल में रख के करेंगे, so justice का क्या है? Things like that, but then they came to some unanimity. The justice, liberty, they copied from the French Constitution. This they took from the French Constitution. I can take another half an hour? Okay, no, because since it's a permission, sir. Yeah. They took it from the Constitution. So that's why I said justice, social, economical, political, liberty of thought which they are indicated, equality, fraternity, and then they add unity with integrity. Integrity is added by the 42nd Commandment. So much thought has gone into that. And then says laws, in our Constituent Assembly, do hereby, on such and such day, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves, we the people of India, Bharat, give to ourselves, not from anybody else, ourselves, in 1959, 49 and 50. This is the essence of, these are the basic principles. Now, are they happening today? Are they happening today? Just one day before the Constituent Assembly going to adopt 26th of November, 25th November, Baba Ambedkar in his speech he said, yes, we are adding all these things in here as a part of the Constitution. But he said there will be social and financial inequalities. He anticipated on 25th November 1959. We are seeing the same thing here. In spite of having the Constitution being same for you, me and everyone, why there is so much of differentiation? Even though our economy is touching almost $4 trillion, but still there are poverty in many internal pockets. People are dying of starvation. I know. With regret, the news item about a month and a half back in Odisha. Any Odisha people are here? Odisha. In Kandhamal district, 2 tribal ladies have died. That Ambotula Pigri Marigalani. Are you aware? 2 people have died because they see when they don't have anything to eat, that rotten goodly, what is called mango kernel, after eating the mango things, we throw it away. But they don't have anything to eat. They again pick it back from the kachra, remove the cover, inside seed is there, they dry it, powder it, and eat it. 2 people have died. In this day, I'm talking of present day, where we talk of, we are one of the topmost scientific community exists in the world, and so many of our people keep going millions into various foreign countries to do work. Many multinational corporations were headed by the Indians, and today people are dying by eating those rotten mango kernels. Isn't it shame to us? Immediately I wrote a letter to my friend who is there in Odisha. I said, "Yeah, Manoj Ahuja is the chief secretary. ये क्या चीज़ है? नहीं सर वो पूरा गलत लिखते हैं." तो नहीं गलत नहीं, ऐसे मर गए लोग मर गए. And today we are giving free food of 5 kg to each family, free, not 3 rupees, to 80 crore population of this country, given by the government of India. Free food. Still, we are not incapable of distributing to this. That's what he said. There will be, that's what Baba Sahib Ambedkar said on 25th November 1949, one day before the dinner debate. He said, we have done all these things, but there will be still financial and social inequality, and unfortunately still persist. So my appeal to all of you, wherever you can, don't think that हम तो यहाँ काम कर रहे हैं, हम क्या कर सकते हैं? नहीं, बहुत कुछ कर सकते हैं, बहुत कुछ कर सकते हैं. My appeal to all of you, wherever you come across, please raise your concern. How much impact it will make, let us leave it to them, to the God. But at least let our conscience will not bite us that हमने कुछ नहीं किया है. Please voice your concern. So you may say that you won't vote and no, अरे जिसको हम वोट दिया वो हार गया, but साला वो पैसा देके उधर जीत गया है. What were you doing? At least tell people, at least your neighbor, don't take money and vote. At least your neighbor, to your driver, to your cook, to your dhobi, to your friend, to your kaka, जिसका भतीजा, बोलो बिना पैसा लेके वोट कीजिए. Otherwise, there won't be any reforms. Whatever the constitutional framers, those freedom fighters, they did whatever they could. But they must be turning in their grave, seeing what is happening to this country today. Having given such a fantastic constitution, do you think Baba Ambedkar's soul will be happy by seeing us here like this? No, sir. So these things are not happening. Those principles are enshrined in the constitution, which you and I are aware of it, not happening the way it should happen. So it is our responsibility wherever we can. In Gram Panchayat, it is indicated that how they should function. I know. During, I think, 75th or 76th amendment, when Mr. Rajiv Gandhi was the Prime Minister, he has brought in this local bodies into act. It is now 3-tier government, not 2-tier government. Earlier only central government and state government. Constitution delineates powers between a center and a state. There are 3 lists. One is a central list, is exclusively government of India, and your MPs and my MP they deliberate on that. There is a state list on which your MLAs and my MLAs they deliberate on that, and there is a concurrent list. Both can deliberate. But there is nothing given to that's left to, that's what the deficiency of Mr. Rajiv Gandhi's amendment. You try to say these things should go to Gram Panchayats. In an executive order, Ministry of Rural Development, Government of India indicated these 32 should go to Gram Panchayat. They don't. While state government fights with the Government of India to give more powers, more fund to the state, the same chief minister, same minister do not give to the Jilla Parishad chairman or collector the funds required to the Gram Panchayat. This is where I can make it. Because we all, at least most of us have attachment to the villages. There when you go, find out from the Sarpanch and take it up with the Chief Secretary or somebody का ये चीज़ funds आना है क्यों नहीं आ रहा है. Somebody may say that तुमको क्या करना है इससे. तुम जाके वहाँ राजमंड्री में काम करो, यहाँ क्या कर रहे हो? नो, राजमंड्री में काम कर रहे हैं, मेरी आत्मा यहाँ है, मेरा आत्मा यहाँ भी है, मेरा जड़ यहाँ भी है, माई रूट्स आर हियर ऑल्सो. So this is where the relevance of the constitutions and how dynamic it is. You have seen each passing year it comes with one or two amendments, and to bring in a change in law, most of us think that only MLAs and MPs, the parties, relevant parties, the government only can bring in law, a bill. No, sir. Individual members also can have private members bill he can bring in, he or she can bring in. So if you want to get change something else, talk to some MLA or MP and get the things done. It is very tough. It's not a very easy job, very tough. But if we persist on that, pursue with that, I'm sure that we can do it. So wherever changes which you want for the sake of your area or your district or your state and the whole country, please take up the challenge. This also indicates about not only fundamental rights. There are directive principles from the socialism perspective, which we all try to grab it, but there is also fundamental duties. Please read that chapter. If it is possible, get it printed on a sheet of paper and put it on your table. What are my duties for this nation, for my village, for my town, for my... I'm sure that you also must be having here for your company, what are the duties each one of you perform, individual duties and collective duties and all. Similarly, keep it on your table or on a screen of your, I think all of us have cell phones, keep on your screen. I'm telling, sir, very seriously, because this is, unless we do that, see, though so much of pressure coming on to various political parties and system in this country to get away from each other. The biggest challenge, it's not easy. There are people start echoing, hum South Indians are paying more GST tax. Why the Bihar states are taking away all the tax or benefit? Now, it is a sovereign country, sir. There is nothing called you are separate and I am separate. अगर बड़ा भाई को सैलरी आती रहती है, छोटा भाई को कुछ नहीं होगा तो गरीब भूख पे मर जाएगा. But that's how people are going. And some people in my own party have echoed. I said, no, this is nonsense what you are talking. This is a sovereign country. And so-called states is only a notional lines. Article 3, Government of India, even a section officer can a notification saying there is nothing called a state A exists tomorrow. This is constitute a state Y. That's it. That's it. They may do dharnas, they may do hartal, they may do bus burnings and things like that. Or file a case in the Supreme Court of India. चलता रहेगा, but ये कि दो राज एक राज बन जाएगा. Article 3 is as simple as that. So while saying this is a federal constitution, no sir, it's a federal with a solid unitary stint it has. That means so भारत सरकार जो चाहेगी वो कर सकती है. अगर कहीं राज्य का सरकार को कल उड़ाना है 356 आर्टिकल उठाओ, एक चिट्ठी लिखो, उसका रिस्पांस नहीं आया, the governance has failed. Perfectly, the Supreme Court can't do anything, sir. If they don't respond, they don't take action, what they advise. It's also the cooperation you have. If you are subordinate, you don't take action, you initiate disciplinary proceeding. तुमने नहीं लिया है. अगर वो बड़ा खराब काम करने से you will not proceed, but छोटा काम अगर करना चाहेंगे, proceed करना चाहेंगे, you can proceed. Same thing here. Article 356.
That is the thing there. So somebody saying टाइम हमारा राज्य है, हम बाहर निकल जाएंगे और South Indian 4 states will become a separate country, and somewhere else said हम ये करना चाहते हैं. They found a government in exile somewhere else. This is all humbug, but still happening, and you and me, all of us have to react to that. Then only whatever they enshrine in the constitution will have some meaning, and that is our responsibilities and duties. It's also prescribed here in the constitution. It's not that Ramachandra is telling to you something new theory, new proposal. I'm reinterpreting and telling my views. So my appeal to each one of you: tell your children, tell your family members, tell your relations, tell your colleagues back home when you go back to your office, when you have small meetings, chai meetings or biscuit meetings or breakfast, lunch, wherever you meet, please discuss these things. Then only you can keep as a one. See, somebody aspires to be a part of the Security Council of India, Secretary of Security Council of United Nations. But it cannot become unless all of us strive for it. It's not very simple. Now, Prime Minister of India says that हमको $5 trillion का economy बनाना है. जैसे not only for ONGC has a responsibility, also a farmer in Mandapeta has a responsibility to increase the production and productivity of his farm. What is required is only 5 lakh per capita income required to make it a $5 trillion. Right? We all must think on that line, not the हमारा ये काम है, हम तो मेरा responsibility ने राजकुमार साहब ने दिया है, हम जो दिया है हम कर ले रहे हैं, हमारा काम खत्म हो गया. नो सर. अगर आपके रास्ता से जा रहे हैं, अगर कोई पेड़ काट रहा है आपका कॉलोनी में, immediately you should stop and take action. That is the thing, collective responsibility. आप लोग करेंगे कि या नहीं? आप or is becoming too much and going above your head? What? Yes or no or silent? Yes. Yes, only I think about 8 or 10 people only. I think there are 100 of place. Please, this is my sincere appeal, not as a chief guest I'm saying, I am one amongst you. I also worked my career, started with IBM, and then there's a company called CMC, which is the Government of India's company. I was also in the corporate line. I worked like you. But this is my appeal to all of you. And at this juncture, I don't know how many of you are aware or really realize, so many foreign agencies are working in this country to make me quarrel with asset manager quarrel with the risk manager with somebody else. They're working overtime. They are funding it, billions of dollars, not billions of dollars. Many of our journalists are in their payroll. आज क्या लिखना है? Maybe small incidents in Rajahmundry ONGC asset ये होगा, उसको इतना बड़ा करके लिखेंगे, फोटो निकाल के. Because they want to crush. They cannot tolerate Indian company being the Fortune 500 companies, mind it. I am sure that they may not be your top headquarters, may not be telling you what sort of pressure they are facing, but they are. Just in the recent past, अदानी ने ये कर दिया, अदानी ने ये कर दिया, वो कर दिया, अदानी ने कर दिया. क्या कर दिया? They don't want a company like growing beyond its this things. Can't compete with them. हम सब बोलते रहते हैं यार वो बदमाश है अदानी, और जो बीजेपी को नहीं चाहते बोलते हैं ये बीजेपी का चमचा है, इसीलिए नरेंद्र मोदी ने सब उसको कराया. नहीं, he was Adani much before Narendra Modi became even chief minister in 2003. In one day he lost 2.5 lakh crores of his net worth. Doesn't matter for him. He will resurrect back. But this is what internet foreign agencies are working, foreign governments are working overtime to finish you off. They cannot tolerate India becoming a top economy or If India also becomes Japan, India and China, 3 Asian countries being in the top 5, they cannot tolerate, they cannot accept. अभी भी हमको पाकिस्तान से झगड़ा कराते हैं, पाकिस्तान से बांग्लादेश से, बांग्लादेश को नेपाल से, चाइना को इंडिया से झगड़ा कराते रहते हैं और उनका व्यापार होते रहते हैं. Have you heard of any country attacking America? सुने हैं? But they are always in war for somebody else, so that उनका सामान बिक्री हो. So these are the international conspiracies. People like you have to understand, appreciate and realize and take action, not limited to your own work, but also for the nation, for the village, for the town, for the city, for the state which you belong. And that's what the Constitution has enjoined upon us, you and me. Directive, apart from the principles or fundamental duties of citizens of India. I am appealing before you, sir. On 26th November 1959, how many of you have gone to Parliament House? Parliament House. अब देखे नहीं कोई? हाँ? अंदर गए ना? गए नहीं? Please, जब आप जाते हैं on your work to Delhi or as a tourist, please visit. Of course, now it became a new Parliament House, but old Parliament House, there is a called Central Hall. There is a Central Hall. सब discussions or manipulations और धंधा वहीं होता है. And that's where the Constituent Assembly sat. Constituent Assembly, old Parliament House, not there. 26th November, after passing of adopting the Constitution, Baba Saheb Ambedkar was coming out of the hall very happy. Both felt very happy. Having he crafted the whole thing, chairman of the drafting committee. See, he was not in any of the committees, except drafting committee. While Pandit Nehru and others were there in 3, 4 committees. He was only in a single he was very happy. I will not name now who. One of the great leaders asked him, say, Baba Saheb, what happened? Suddenly you are feeling so happy. He said, yes. Earlier, kings and princes and queens used to born from the mothers. But the future kings and queens are going to come out of the Constitution of India. Thank you for your claps, but I think you have not heard the next following sentence. The gentleman, I think, retorted back to him. He said, your happiness is only short-lived. We are going to bribe all the voters and we will get elected whomever we want. It's not happening today, sir. It was anticipated, he heard, and the gentleman, one of the greatest leaders, he was supposed to have told him. What is happening today? Now, all of you tomorrow say that no, if Rajkumar ji has to contest here, we'll vote for him. Yes or no? What happened here? Yes or no? But then, Ramachandra will say that I'm going to bribe all of you with a 10,000 rupees each and get voted for Pandit. क्या करें? You all know that he is an eminent leader. Not only as an executive, but also tomorrow he can represent us in the constitution of Rajahmundry constituency. But that's what he said. Now this is unfortunately happening today, sir and madams. My appeal to you, please educate our voters. And whenever you tweet something else, once I will also tweet on this. Also tweet, put it on Facebook or your LinkedIn, whatever the social media you have, please do it. And the 5 minutes I'm closing, okay? But he was looking at नहीं भूख लग रहा है मेरे को भी आगे, पर 12 बजे भूख अभी लगेगा नहीं. Okay. Yeah. Now, there are so many institutions have been created, like Election Commission of India. You must have seen in the recent past for conducting elections with what sort of difficulties and problems they. You are not involved in the election process. Are you called to participate in the elections on duty? Huh? So some of you must have done. No. Look at the difficulties and problems which we face. And conducting elections, a country like India with the different geographies, with the many places, inaccessible roads, even today, conducting election because everyone has to vote. If he doesn't want to vote, no, you can't force him. They conduct. Election Commission of India. And earlier the authority was not with them, but then now, when Mr. Session was there, he wanted entire. Then they should be brought, all the bureaucrats in the state should be brought under the control of Election Commission of India. And you must have seen the paper sometime when किसी का DG ने suspend हो गया है, किसी का collector transfer हो गया है, SP को निकाल दिया गया है, and all those things. It is their instruction, not a state government instruction. But unfortunately, the state government after elections are over, again they bring back. This is sad story. It's a sad part of it. So the officers also, my clan, from IAS and IPS also started paying politics. Which is very unfortunate, but it's happening. And if you come across somebody else, please maybe anonymously write a critical note on him or her. This is not expected from him or her. Put it to them. See, unless then there won't be checks and balances, there won't be, you can't go back. They will do whatever they are doing, and each time they are increasing, not decreasing. And that's what the drafting committee and Baba Sahib Ambedkar has given to you and me. Unless we make it of us, each one of us, its relevance is not going to come automatically. शिशलाया देखिए फैन सब चल गया, ऐसा नहीं होगा. हर दिन सतर्क रहना है, हर दिन हर क्षण हमको सबको सतर्क रहना है. We have to be on our toes. Couple of things, I don't know whether it didn't strike him or the committees. Now since it has been at least spearheaded by CST Commission, association here, I'm just addressing to their cause. Reservations, there is a debate. क्यों रहना है, कितना साल रहना है. But why he added only 10 years in the constitution, it doesn't appeal to us. We can go in the backwardness of these communities and feeling people have, they should have made it longer. So whenever I get opportunity, I keep telling them, let Government of India constitute a committee or a group of experts, including international experts in sociology, economics and politics. Study these groups, how long it may take for these proactive actions towards them, and do reservation once and for all. एक ही बार हम करेंगे 25 साल, 15 साल, 20 साल, 30 साल, 50 साल, do it. अभी क्या हो रहा है? Each 10 years, these MPs and the groups have to go बहुत ही भिक्षान देगी, हमको और एक 10 साल का भीख दीजिए. It's not done. I keep telling, whenever I meet their MPs or MLAs, I telling them this. I keep this is like cow composition, keep repeating them. If he meets me second time, I tell the same thing to the guys. This is one. I don't know how many of you have heard of, definitely as being a management, you must have been sent a notice or letter from the SC/ST commission from the Delhi. किसी को न्याय नहीं हुआ है कि अन्याय हुआ है कि नहीं हो रहा है कि sufficiently न्याय हुआ है, insufficient हो रहा है, things like that. Those commissions, unfortunately, not given with any punitive powers. So I told once, I met with the earlier chairman of, when I was in Delhi, chairman of ST Commission. I said, sir, you are like, we call in Telangana called Jarigodu, this Dhamra sir. Nobody gets killed. Whereas Cobra, everybody gets scared because it can strike you, but not that unfortunate poor Dhamra sir. It's not like that. You have AK-147 without bullets. No meanings. So why they were silent, it is anathema to me. I think is that SC, ST, MLAs and MPs, I propose that they should not come under a diktat of whip, party whip. See, he belongs to the constituency for SC or ST and not the A, B, C, D party. Because he or she is supposed to take up their cause. If he is an MLA for the whole state, he is MP for the whole country. For SCs or STs. But that's not happening. Now, I already mentioned about powers to Gram Panchayat. And Rajiv Gandhi ji added, after seeing, I know how many of you remember Ayaram, Gayaram and Haryana. एक MLA ने एक ही दिन में 3 बार चेंज किया. एक ही दिन में. Party A, want to B, then again A, then to C, again back. एक ही दिन में. So then he brought in anti-defection law, which says that after you getting elected on a party ticket, A, B, C, D, any party ticket, you cannot defect and go and join the party. Earlier it was 1/3 of the strength, now it has been made 2/3. Nothing is happening. So who has to decide? Judiciary said, ये हमारा काम नहीं है. People are going to Supreme Court of India. They said, हमारा काम नहीं है. They don't want to take पंगा with legislators. And a speaker being for the ruling party, जो ruling party में join करेगा, वो examine करते बैठेगा 5 साल खत्म हो जाएगा. So these are the few aberrations which we have. Maybe at an appropriate time we can name somewhere else. But friends, this is, in conclusion, I would like to tell you that this document is not just 448 articles. हमारा आत्मा है ये. आपके लिए, हमारे लिए, हमारा आने वाले पीढ़ियों के लिए this is a very important document, and it is dynamic document because it's very elaborate and very lengthy. पढ़ने के लिए टाइम लगेगा, but have some time and patience. Tell your children, at least let him take time to read 1 in 2 years, 1, 2, 3 years में, doesn't matter. एक बार पढ़ने के बाद आपको आदत हो जाएगा कि और टेस्ट हो जाएगा कि हमने उसको कुछ करना चाहिए. इसके साथ हम हमारा थोड़ा भी जो संभाषण है समाप्त करना चाहते हैं आपका अनुमति से. अगर किसी को अगर ख़राब लगा, हमारा लैंग्वेज में अगर समझ नहीं आया, हमको क्षमा करना है. काइंडली एक्सक्यूज मी. आई हैव नॉट यूज मच ऑफ तेलुगु बिकॉज हियर Telugu also can understand people Hindi and English. That's why I deliberately didn't take it to that thing, because the friends asked me to can speak also half of them in Telugu, but I chose that one. And to make it really a celebration and worth celebration, kindly try to do one thing before we hit again next year to 26 November 2025. With hope, I am leaving podium, and with your permission, Namaskar and Jai Hind. Jai Hind. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. So, definitely, sir, from your speech, from your address, we could gather some points and the message. It was more of a message to us rather than a speech. You touched upon various principles imbibed in the Constitution of India, which everyone present here should be aware of and also should integrate it in our lives. The message which we could get from your speech was such. Also, you spoke about raising and voicing our concerns over whatever injustice, unjust we see, we witness in our society, in our surroundings, so that we could help and create a better place to live in, a better society to flourish. Also, on a lighter note, you ensured me a good, healthy election campaign and possibly a profitable one. So, thank you for that. But on a serious note, sir also touched upon the electoral process. कैसे हम इस पूरी चुनावी प्रक्रिया में एक हिस्सा बनके we could be a participant and we could participate more consciously, more judiciously in this electoral process, so that we could shape a better society, a better leadership. We could gather and we could elect a better person suitable for us, for this society, to take ourselves towards a brighter, more developed future. So, on this note, sir, thanking you once again for your time you spared for us, and for that we have a small token of gratitude from the side of Rajahmundry SF from our behalf. I request.
1 liter petrol?
Huh?
1 liter crude?
That is very less, sir, for you. That is very less for you. Much more bigger thing, just from our heart. It is a small token of gratitude. I request officiating asset manager Sri Jan Kumar sir to kindly felicitate him and thank him with the small token of gratitude with a shawl and a memo. Sir, please. I request other senior officers on the dais, and I request also the collectives and other senior officers to join us on the stage to thank our eminent speaker of this day, our chief guest, Sri Ramchandru Tejawat Garu. Please, all the collectives and sectional heads, senior officers, also please join us. All the sectional heads, sir, please join us. Head HR Ramarao sir, I request you also please join us on the stage. Other sectional heads also, I request please join us on the stage. Everyone please be seated at your own seats, and now I request Secretary Seva Sri Ravindra Munawji to kindly deliver the vote of thanks.
On this 75th Constitution Day. I wish all a very good afternoon to you all and dignitaries on the dash, Chief Secretary, ex-Chief Secretary Rajahmundry Tejawat garu, and our officiating ED Asset Manager Jayan Kumar garu, Basin Manager PV Prasad garu, and our respected Chairman Komusalena garu, and our collective friends ASTO President John Wesley garu and his team, PU General Secretary Prashantana and his team, OBC and OBC Diljajura and his team, and WDF Manish Sharma madam and team, and collective police and senior officers, senior colleagues, and especially KV students of 9th class. I wish you once again on this 75th day. And before I giving you vote of thanks, I tell you one thing. So being a child, I grown up seeing the ex-Chief Secretary Rajahmundry Tejawat garu, and he is our mentor and continuous source and energy, inspiration to us. And he belongs to a small hamlet village which is known as the Samya Tanda, around 70 to 60 houses. And when he cracked the IAS, that village, that government United AP named the village name itself Collector Tanda, Collector Village. And since his joining, being a student of Usman University, he was till today at this 70 plus age. Yesterday he traveled from Hyderabad to here and morning to till night 11. एक 15 मिनट का भी रेस्ट नहीं है, सेम एनर्जी था. हमने जो है कि साहब अब 1-2 घंटा रेस्ट लेगा क्या? नहीं, नुनावत यू गो हेड, अगर इफ एनीथिंग कम्स यू जस्ट स्टॉप इट. देन हम ऑन द वे में द्राक्षाराम टेम्पल विजिट किया एंड व्हाइल कमिंग रिग दिखा था, चलो रिग में भी देख के आए थे. देन अर्जुन वशिष्ठा एससी ड्रिलिंग मिला था वहाँ पे. देन सर वाज इंटरेक्टेड विद हिम एंड सर वाज researching on energy sector last since 17 years, so he is having much knowledge. And from that coming to that village, around 100 houses. Today more than 50 to 60 engineers, 7 to 8 IAS IPS officers, and around 18 to 20 doctors in just a single village, around 70 houses men. And only source and inspiration is Sir Rajahmundry Tejawat sir. And not only that village, all over AP, and he was the first Gaur Banjara IAS from the India. So please once again give clap to the sir. And sir, on this for accepting our request to presence here and for giving the brief detail about the Constitution Day principles and to the students, and very invaluable insights regarding this Constitution Day and about the Constitution. I am grateful to you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. And also thank our ED Officiating Asset Manager Jayan Kumar sir and his team for arranging this program in a very successful and grand way. And for this I thank head HR Sri Ramarao sir and his team for facilitating all, from arranging the WALKATHON today morning and then floral tribute at Dr. V.R. Ambedkar and this Goldfield building arrangement, all facilities. Thank you sir, thank you one and all. And also I thank PV Prasad garu and all collectives and all the participants for your presence here. Thank you one and all, and thank you so much.
Thank you Ravindra garu. And now with your permission sir, we would like to end this event here itself. Once again I thank one and all. And I want to inform everybody that high tea is arranged for everyone. Kindly proceed on the first floor of this building for high tea. Thank you. Thank you for your presence.
यहाँ पे you can take the bike, sir is coming.
సార్ ఇంగ్లీష్లో మాట్లాడతారు, సార్ బేసిక్ తీసుకో सर डिजिग्नेशन नेम उसके बाद स्टार्ट
Small brief about small brief about the concepts.
Okay.
About constitutional values.
So I'll have to just. So don't put the camera here.
Okay, okay, sir. लोगों कितने बैठे मुझे कितने बैठे किशोर गाరు
Okay, sir. ठीक है. I'm Jayant Kumar, GGM Production. I'm Jayant Kumar, GGM Production, officiating asset manager. And today, on 26th November, we are celebrating the 75th Constitution Day. And in ONGC, today we had the walkathon in the morning 7 o'clock. We started from the Gale to the ONGC base. And we had a nice participation of all the people, all the officers and staff of ONGC. Later on at 9:30, we paid a floral tribute to the B.R. Ambedkar statue in our base. And we had a very nice lecture after that at the Golf View auditorium out here by the eminent IS officer, Mr. Rajahmundry. And we all had the lectures from him, and I'm thankful to the chairman, All India SC Association, for organizing such a nice program. And I wish all the best to the All India ST Association, who have been doing great service to the community at the Andhra, and who have been distributing sewing machines and other utility items to the downtrodden people of our Konaseema district, and where our operations are there. And I wish the association all the best for the future endeavor. Thank you. So next.
Sir, center sir. సార్ సెంటర్ సార్ మీరు రండి సెపరేట్గా రండి సార్ ఒక్క నిమిషం సార్ మైక్ ఓకే సార్ కింద పెట్టు లోగో
అందరికీ
నమస్కారం. నా పేరు సత్యప్రసాద్. నేను ఇక్కడ చీఫ్ జనరల్ మేనేజర్ జియాలజీ పనిచేస్తున్నాను. ప్రస్తుతం అఫీషియేటింగ్ బేసిన్ మేనేజర్గా విధి నిర్వర్తిస్తున్నాను. ఈరోజు ఓఎన్జీసీలో ఉన్న ఆఫీసర్స్, స్టాఫ్ అందరం కలిసి సంవిధాన్ దివస్, కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్ డేని కమెమరేట్ చేసుకోవడానికి ఇక్కడ అందరం కలిసాము. ఈ సందర్భంగా మన దేశానికి, మన ప్రజలందరికీ డాక్టర్ బాబాసాహెబ్ అంబేద్కర్ చేసిన సేవల్ని, వారు పడిన ప్రయాసాలని, మనం ఈ స్థితిలో ఉన్నాము అంటే వారు చేసిన త్యాగాలని అన్నిటిని కూడా గుర్తు చేసుకున్నాము. అదేవిధంగా కేంద్రీయ విద్యాలయం నుంచి పిల్లలని అందరినీ కూడా ఇన్వైట్ చేశాము ఈరోజు ఇక్కడికి. వారికి కూడా మన కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్ అంటే ఏంటి, దాంట్లో ఏమున్నాయి, మన కోసం అందరికీ 30, 40, 50, 60 ఏళ్ల క్రితం నుంచి రాసిన కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్ మన కోసం ఏమి రాశారు, దాంట్లో మనం ఎలా జీవించాలి, మనల్ని ఎలా గవర్న్ చేసుకోవాలి అనేది దాని గురించి ఈరోజు ఇక్కడ కమెమరేట్ చేసుకోవడానికి అందరం అసెంబుల్ అయ్యాము. ఈ అసెంబుల్ అవ్వడానికి దీని వెనకాల ఉన్న శ్రమ శ్రీ సత్యనారాయణ గారు, మన ఆల్ ఇండియా ఎస్సీ ఎస్టీ అసోసియేషన్ అందరూ చాలా ప్లానెడ్గా చేసి ఈ స్ఫూర్తి అనేది అందరికీ చేరాలనే ఉద్దేశంతోనే ఈ కార్యక్రమాన్ని చేయడం అయింది. ఈ సందర్భంగా ప్రముఖ రిటైర్డ్ ఐఏఎస్ ఆఫీసర్ శ్రీ రామచంద్ర తేజావత్ గారిని కూడా ఇక్కడికి స్వాగతించడం అయింది. వారి అనుభవాన్ని, కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్ గురించి వారికి ఉన్న విచారాన్ని అన్నింటినీ మేమంతా వినడం జరిగింది. ఇది అందరికీ ఉపయోగపడాలని చెప్పి చేసిన ప్రయత్నం ఇది. అందరికీ నమస్కారం. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
సార్ మీరు ఆల్ ఇండియా ఇది బాగా కంగారు పడకన్నా, అదో ఇస్తాను. చలగల ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేసిన మీడియా మిత్రులందరికీ నా అభినందనలు, హృదయపూర్వక అభినందనలు. నా పేరు కొమ్ము సత్యనారాయణ, ఆల్ ఇండియా ఎస్సీ ఎస్టీ అసోసియేషన్ చైర్మన్ని రాజమండ్రి సిటీలో. ఇక్కడ మేము ఈరోజు కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్ డే, సంవిధాన దినోత్సవం జరుపుకుంటున్నాము. 75వ సంవిధాన దినోత్సవం జరుపుకుంటున్నాము. ఈ సందర్భంగా ఇక్కడ మేము రామచంద్ర తేజావత్ గారిని, ప్రముఖ ఐఏఎస్ ఆఫీసర్, ఆయన్ని ఇన్వైట్ చేయడం జరిగింది. ఆయన ఇచ్చిన లెక్చర్ని వినడం జరిగింది. అలాగే ఇక్కడ కేంద్రీయ విద్యాలయ పిల్లల్ని కూడా తీసుకొచ్చి కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్ యొక్క ప్రాముఖ్యతని, దాని అవేర్నెస్ని ప్రజలకి, దాని యొక్క ఉపయోగాలను వివరించడం జరిగింది. కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్ ద్వారా మనం పొందే రైట్స్ని, దాన్ని మనం ఉపయోగించుకోవాల్సిన థియరీని అన్నింటిని కూడా వివరించడం జరిగింది. ఈ సందర్భంగా ఓఎన్జీసీ తరఫున మీ ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేసినందుకు మేము కృతజ్ఞతలు తెలుపుకుంటున్నాము. ఓఎన్జీసీ ప్రతి క్షణం కూడా ఇక్కడ మా ఆపరేషన్స్ ఎక్కడే జరుగుతున్నాయో అక్కడ మేము అందరికీ కూడా సిఎస్ఆర్ ద్వారా కానీ, మా ఎస్సీ ఎస్టీ కాంపోనెంట్ ప్లాన్ ద్వారా కానీ, మా కమ్యూనిటీ వాళ్ళకి డెవలప్మెంట్ కోసం అనేక విధాలుగా సహాయం చేయడం జరుగుతుంది. ఈ సిఎస్ఆర్ ఫండ్స్ని కానీ, ఈ కమ్యూనిటీకి సంబంధించిన కాంపోనెంట్ ప్లాన్ కానీ ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి ఆపరేషన్స్ ఏరియాలో మేము డిస్ట్రిబ్యూట్ చేస్తున్నాము అనేక విధాలుగా. సో ఈ విధంగా మీ అందరూ మమ్మల్ని సహకరించి మా యొక్క ప్రతి పనిలోని మీ యొక్క సహకారాన్ని అందిస్తున్నందుకు మీ అందరికీ కూడా ధన్యవాదాలు తెలుపుకుంటూ నేను ముగిస్తున్నాను. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్.